Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design, making a collage in her song smash book about a song, naturally. It's the Story in Your Eyes by the Moody Blues. And I had thought, obviously eyes, that, was the first thing that came to my mind. And I thought, well, I'll get a magazine picture of, somebody's eyes. It's like, well, actually, silent movie stars were really great with their expressions and eyes and everything. It's like, well, duh. What about Buster Keaton, Diane? Your favorite. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I got on the internet, and I don't know if it was just my mood or the pictures that were coming up, but just none of the photos really. I think most of what I was seeing were like portrait, like publicity portraits, and it wasn't really an expression, from a film. So it was like, well, so anyway, blah blah blah. Yeah, my dog's bugging because I won't let her out. Um. Anyway, I thought, well, actually, I've done some paintings and stuff of him. Maybe should copy one of those. It's like, okay, because I have one that's all blue. I did totally blue watercolor. But his eyes are kind of down, and that he's looking down, so you don't really see him. So, to make this story really lengthy and interesting, I'm like, well, I guess not. So anyway, so I chose this one. I did 3 years ago. It's a photo that I printed out, of a painting. I printed out just on cheap printer paper, and that's from Sherlock Jr. If anybody cares. Okay, so that's the backgroundness, and then I just all right. Hang on. Let me go tend to the hound. Okay, well, so anyway, I have The Story in Your Eyes cut out magazine. I grabbed some sheet music just because it's, a song. My first thought was to just have his eyes, which I could still do that, although it's kind of small. I would maybe print it larger if I felt that. But I don't know, it fits on here well, so I may just leave it full, so to speak. But anyway, so beyond that, I don't know what I'm doing. And I did want to put, I think, the Moody Blues on here somewhere, some way. But I don't know how, because, I don't know, we want to cut off all his hair. Because, I don't really want to piece together more letters. I think that's going to be too much letter piecing. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay, there, I'm done. Yeah, that's something. I mean, that's in the right going in the right direction. Do we even want Buster over that? Oh, and the irony of this actually did say story originally in the magazine, but I had cut the T out, months ago or whatever for something else. So we had to piece together a T. And I wanted to put the year on there somewhere too, which is 1971. And I didn't realize it was that old. Did you know? I mean, I knew it was 70s, but I would have said more like mid or late 70s. I had no idea it was that old. Well, that's not bad. And then this color does match nicely. So I don't know if I just want to leave that alone, or hit it with some paint, or maybe edge it with some paint. I don't know. All right, anyway, before my dog decides to bark because she wants to come in now, I'm going to pause, and I think I'll at least glue Buster and the sheet music down. I'm not sure about the letters. We'll see. But I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, what you see is glued down. And you're going, well, that's not the same E&S you had. I'm like, no, and no, you're right, it's not. And look, this is curling too. Look at this. Just from the glue. Anyway, I had this. And I'm going, it looks like sorry. That T just doesn't stand out, which, big deal. I mean, this is just for me. So in looking for another T, I came across other letters. And it's like, actually, and of course, the perfect your. It's like, I think I like that better. So I'm definitely going to glue that one down. I already did the E and the S. And then that T is going to be a bit of a problem because that T is bigger than the one I cut out, second one. So we're going to have to do some sort of fiddling around. Oh yeah, and you want to see, this is the, if any of you have watched videos before, I've made many complaints about glue sticks falling over, especially when they start running empty. So I took 2 empty washi tape spools and put them together with clear package tape, and now I can go like this and hopefully it won't fall over all over the place. Okay, so see, it's too short, so you know, either that or that is I'll probably put it kind of in the middle there. So the choices are, try to peel it up, paint over it. I don't want to ignore it because that's very distracting, and that's very distracting. So I guess I'll try to just take it off and then maybe go over if it leaves remnants, or pull some of the paper up. I don't know. Or maybe I can just get enough. Oh, it's under. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did put Buster over a little bit. Let's see if this will work. Let's see how much you can mess it up. Yeah, maybe this will be a good lesson in how to not correct a mistake like that. It doesn't want to come up. Well, okay. Or what I could do, try to find this ad and just piece in more blue. I could do that. Or paint. I've got blue right here. Let me see, how down, if I can find it. This was that Brides magazine I've used another, at least one other video. I think it was towards the front. Not there. Well, that's not terrible. There, yeah, there it is. Alright, is it, well, let's just see. It's glaring for me even. Well, I don't know. And I'm probably going to way too much trouble for this, right? Well, it's crooked. It's okay. Actually, this is a little darker than that. There were variances there in the shading. Variances? Is that a word? If it's not, it should be. I think that's okay. And then maybe, if you can see down here, there's a little bit of a gap there, and I was kind of thinking of hitting that with paint. Maybe I could just kind of hit with a little paint too. Okay, we'll try that. Variances is a word, isn't it? I don't know anything today. I'm tired. Okay. No, the dogs are outside with my husband. So I'm off duty. Okay. Yeah, actually, I like it better than the other tea, at any rate. Let's trim this off. Okay, so even, well, get in the garbage can. Okay. All right, let me just hit that with a little bit of paint. Actually, up there's not bad, really. Oh, I didn't get water. This is probably too light. And it's not purpley enough either. That's okay though, just for that. This, I think that I'm just going to leave it alone. It's okay. All right, boys and girls, what am I going to do with it now? And now that I have a brush, I need to get the paint off.
Oh.
I was thinking of just even writing with, because this is dark, a white gel pen, writing the Moody Blues 1971. You know what, I'll do that. And if I hate it, I can paint over it or, you know, piece over it or something. Now I'm just going to use my own handwriting. This is working, right? Okay. Of course, it didn't take right here. Well, let's all look at that and think about it while I go wash this brush out, and I will be back. All right, well, I can live with that. That's fine. This is just for myself. So I was thinking maybe some washi just pieced in for a little interest there. I mean, really, as I very often say, that could be done. But I thought just a little, and there is reference to rain in this. Yeah, I kind of assuming everybody knows this song, and I'm sure that's not correct. But it's The Story in Your Eyes by the band The Moody Blues. But anyway, there's a reference to rain in it, and this is umbrella tape. I don't know if you could tell. And it's blue besides. So I thought, what about that down there? Although it takes away from that. I could space it. Yeah, I think I'm going to space it just a little bit. And then something up here maybe. And then, as she likes to say, I don't know. Is this a nice quick one? I'm done. You know, they don't all have to be paint and paper and writing and printing and all this other stuff. Well, I don't want sideways umbrellas, so what could go up the side? Actually, I don't have a lot of blue washi tape. I've got, let's see, this one. That's hard to get off the roll. This one, but I don't know if we want flowers, really. Let's see. No, I don't think I want that. It's a little too bright, busy. Bright and busy. I explained this one before. I bought this when it was old, so it's sort of, it sticks on both sides. If you can find the opening or end. Oh. Oh, let me pause. This is dumb. Alright, be glad I paused. I goofed with this dumb tape a lot longer than I should, you know, have to. But anyway, that's okay. And it actually, this X thing in the middle there, it is sort of an off-white, tannish something color, which matches that pretty well. But yeah, let that be a lesson to anybody that doesn't know. Don't buy old washi tape. And yeah, I guess how do you know? But this I happen to know because I'd seen it, you know, like years ago. It's like, oh, it's on sale. Yeah, well, not always a bargain, is it? Okay. Now, yeah, I know. That's right up against it. But what if we put something narrow kind of over? You know, something like that I don't own. Because I don't own a lot of narrow. No. Well, this might not be too bad. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Okay. I want it this way or the other way? I think this way. actually stick down. That would be nice. Okay. All right. That's fine, although there's a bit of a weirdness there I'm not wild about. If we put, what did I do with it? Yeah, you tell me. I had a little bit of the sheet music left. I mean, a little snippet. And I'm like, I threw it. And I go, well, we'll save it. All right. Where did I put it? I don't know. So I have to get a whole nother sheet just for, so I can go, no, I don't like it. All right, well, my dogs start barking again, so I don't know how much of that you missed, but I was just rummaging around looking for this little scrap of sheet music that I couldn't find it. It's somewhere. Anyway, so I got another scrap. But, just something. I mean, that's better than the space that's there, but I don't know. Is this just too much? Yeah, that's okay. That's better. That's fine. Now, do we want a border or something that I often do? And everyone's going, oh, gee, that's new and original, Diane, another border. What do you guys think? You look. Let me look. Yeah, I want a border. But what? I would say white. Would you say white or let this lay blue? Yeah, and then yeah, and then what? Or even just lines, like maybe here and here. Yeah, maybe just lines, not really borders, but lines. But with what? Because the marker's not going to show up. The gel pen's way too narrow. If I paint it, it's not going to be real straight. All right, I guess I'm going to have to measure it out. I'm going to have to measure it out. Okay. I don't have white washi tape, do I? No. All right, I drew one pencil line there, and I went, ribbon. What about ribbon? It's about the right width. I'm not overly crazy about the sheen of it, if you will. But it's okay, and it's better than I would paint, probably. Straighter. I don't know, what color, you guys? I kind of like the blue. Actually, maybe off-white. Yeah, I don't think I like the white. Let's see. Just a sec. Here. Oh, that one's not open. Here. All right, that's better. Of course, there's a piece. Did you ever get ribbon like that? It got folded or something, so you have to iron it because it won't glue right. Well, they both have merit there. I think the off-white, the lighter, is lighter. I think it shows up better in a way, but I kind of like the color too, though. Well, if I use this, I have to pause and iron. Or just take a piece from back here. I could do that. Well, this kind of lends itself a little more, I think, because of this. It's kind of more of like the border color, if you will. Let's try that. I'll go beyond the fold. Where does it start? Here. I've got a lot of nerve folding my ribbon. It's not straight. Alright, we want it about to here. I've cut this on an angle. Let's see if that looks right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to glue that down and then see what I want to do on the other edges there. But yeah, I'm glad I thought of that. Although, you know, paint is a little cool, you know, cooler looking, mixed media looking. And if it was a little sloppy, maybe that would even be a good thing. I don't know. But we're going this route because I thought of it. And I'm glad I thought of it before I did, you know, pencil lines all the way around too. I'll give my brain half a point. All right, that's right. It's going uphill a little bit. Okay. All right. I got glue on my fingers. Well, maybe we'll leave that one till last. Do we want just like this, like a short thing? Yes. Okay. Just straighten out that other end. I cut at an angle. Let's see. And my counter is just wide enough that if I'm doing something towards the edge, it's out of camera shot there. All right, that's pretty good. Or what if we put blue on the sheet music? What would that do for anybody? Yeah, I kind of like that. Do we want it short or exactly in between the letters? I think short. And the next time I have my iron out, am I going to remember to iron this little, you know, 7-inch piece of ribbon? Probably not. Okay. Yeah, actually I like that. Well, the age-old question, are we done? I don't know. It's very close. Since this is so, my dog's making herself a bed. You know, this is so close to the edge and this is not, and he's over. I think I do want something over there. That's just another ribbon, maybe. Something, I don't know, something like that. Or do we want the off-white? Well, yeah, that kind of goes more. All right, let's try that. And it's not cut straight. Oh, still not. Why is, I guess because it's essentially like a fabric, it kind of moves. When you cut it. That's the move symbol. So sometimes it moves while you're cutting it and then it's not straight. Stand still, for crying out loud. Yeah, I like that. Do you think that's a good, you know, see the reasoning there? Well, you know what? I'm going to call it done. I think it's done. I'm going to date it, but otherwise, I think it's done. All right, The Story in Your Eyes by the Moody Blues, which came out way back in 1971 with Buster Keaton and his eyes. All right, guys, thanks for joining me and hanging in through all these pauses. But thanks again and have a really nice day out there.